Now, I haven't come on here in a minute to talk about much or nothing really. I've been work home, the usual. But something hit my spirit this morning, and I just felt the need to talk about it with y'all for a few minutes. So, it's a lot of people that I personally know, that I don't personally know, that know of the Lord, that know of Jesus, but they don't know Him. They don't have a relationship with Him. And it made me pause and think for a minute, because then it was like, well, which one do I fall under? Do I fall under somebody that knows of Him, or do I follow under the category of those who know Him? And when they say know Him, they're talking about actually have a relationship with Him, actually have a, a true relationship with Him. You talk about Him to other people. You live by His word. You live by His commandments. And I know every day you're not going to get it right, but when people see you, they see Him, because they see the fruits that you're bearing. And I paused and I thought about it, and I actually cried for the first time this morning, because I realized I didn't fall under the category of people that know Him. And that's a scary thought. And it's a scary thought because when you stand in front of Him, depart from thee, for I never knew you, is exactly what He's going to tell you. And there are people who know Him, who talk about Him, who are still going to be turned away because He didn't know them. It's not that He didn't hear of you. He knows exactly who you are, but He don't know you. I was seeing a clip on Instagram this morning. It's a page that I follow for, devotionals and affirmations. And I was just clicking it. You scroll, and there was a man who was talking about this exact thing, and he said it's in Matthew that it's a lawlessness when you're talking about Him. You're doing the work that's done in the third, but you're still living under rebellion, living under sin. I can't sit here and talk to you about Christ. I can't sit here and talk to you about Him and rights and wrongs, and then I turn around and play Cardi. It don't work that way. I can't sit here and talk to you about abstaining and trying to live life right, and you sitting over here cussing every 5 minutes, or you're gossiping. It's a difference between grieving frustrations you had from the day versus just straight gossiping and slander. I can't. It's being hypocritical. It's being in lawlessness. And I cried this morning because I realized I could potentially be somebody when I stand in front of Him that's going to be turned away. And I don't want that. And I don't want that for none of my friends, my family, my coworkers, and none of the people in the world. And I know not every single one of us is going to go. I know not every single one of us is going to cross the gates. But if there is a way, well, it's not an if. There is a way to reverse that. And that's talking about Him, speaking about Him. To the ones who don't know Him, turn their backs on Him, those who just simply lost faith. We can't sit here and read His word and gain all this knowledge and not spread it. That's not what we're supposed to do. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to talk about it. We're supposed to talk about him. So I'm coming on here today to tell you guys to actually grow a relationship with him. Actually read his word, study it, talk about him to your friends and your family. Now, I do that. I have friends who don't carry the faith. They don't. And I pray for their soul every day. I got friends who think one way or the other, friends who dabble. I pray for all of their souls, all of their salvation, even the ones who know about him but still aren't living his way. They still out partying, drinking, smoking, having sex. And I was talking to an Uber driver one day, and I was explaining that I was abstinent. And he said, "Are you a virgin?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, what's the point then?" And mind you, he was somebody who, quote unquote, read the Bible too. And that's the difference. That's the revelation I had this morning. And the video that I saw, I knew correlated to that conversation I had. Because this was somebody who claimed that he read the Bible, but he was still out here in these streets. And said he uses it like a compass almost. I'm like, you're doing it all backwards. But I'ma pray for you. And I genuinely meant it when I said it. Because he said, "Well, what's the point? You've already done it." And I told him, just because you were dumb yesterday doesn't mean you're supposed to be dumb today. I said, the knowledge that you have at 5, don't you have more knowledge since then when you hit 10? And when you were 10, didn't you gain more knowledge when you hit 15? Just because I was dumb yesterday and did that, just because I was dumb then doesn't mean I'm dumb now. I realized the error in which I was moving. I realized I wasn't moving right. For me to be a self-proclaimed Christian, I wasn't moving like Christ. And that's the difference between being a Christian, being a follower of Christ. In order to be a leader, you have to first be a follower. And then there lies the question, who are you following? Are you following the world, or are you following Christ? And I realized I was being a flat out hypocrite this whole time. And that's why accountability, humility, transparency, and accountability are so important. And I truly don't want to live like that. I don't want to stand in front of him thinking that I was living life the right way of him and get denied. I don't want that. And I don't want that for any of my friends, my family, my co-workers. Nobody, honestly. I don't want it for nobody. But I know all of us aren't going to cross the gate. I don't want it for nobody. But I'm just coming on here to tell you guys, take your walk with him seriously. Actually build a relationship. Don't just say, yeah, I know God. I know Jesus. Do you actually know them, or you just know about them? Do you actually get up and read your word? Not just when you're sad. Do you actually get up and read your word? Do you actually talk to your friends and family about the blessings that he's given you and how he's got you through hard times? Do you actually get up and talk about his grace and his mercy? Because to be honest, all of us should be burning. All of us should be burning. But he gave us his son so we wouldn't have to. And we still walking around out here cussing, spitting, drinking, smoking, having sex, doing debauchery, scamming, lying, all of this. He died for us, and we're sitting here flat out spitting in his face when we do actions like that. And we're mocking the notion of going to hell. You going to hell for that? Oh, we're sitting here mocking it like it's a joke, and it's not. So, and I don't care who sees my video and laughs or mocks it. I don't care who sees it, because I'm posting this for everybody to see this. Please get yourself right. Actually build a relationship with him. Actually build a relationship. Know him, not know about him. Because I would hate for me or you to stand in front of him and hear, "Depart from thee, for I never knew you." Get yourselves right with Christ. Get it right and get it done. Get it done fast. Love you guys.